that definitely ended up way different than I expected it to. And I'm not sure why it happened. I think what happened was because I'm in China, my VPN went off, and because of that, because my VPN went off, I think it stopped.
You up, you can mute me in the settings.
No, you're not messing me up. You're cool, dude. Because the VPN stopped, it stopped recording. So we're gonna try this again. I'm probably not gonna do as long of a video. Well, anyway, you missed a lot of rambling, so I guess that's probably for the best. But what I said the whole time I was talking, as if I was talking to someone, and I did say in that part, you didn't hear it in the first video, but I said it would be really funny if none of this recorded. So anyway, I wanted to start. I think it's good that I'm starting at a higher point so that you can see that this game is not actually futile. I mean, there is forward momentum, or there can be, if you try hard enough. And in the end, then we only regret you can also fall back down to the bottom.
Lewis Carroll.
Which is fun. But at least you got to see that I did make some progress. And you can see that that this game, there is more to the game than just this part. But anyway, what I was saying before, the parts that you missed, it wasn't really a lot. But I was just sort of talking about the fact that I think that this game is really fitting for New Year's Eve because it talks a lot about perseverance and about life and about how sometimes life can be super unpredictable and it can be super challenging, but it doesn't mean that you need to give up. And in fact, what you should do is you should continue and keep going until you do what you came to do. Do what you set out to do, no matter how hard it is. I don't know why he keeps doing that. It's so weird. Come on, swing. Come on, buddy. Come on. You can do it. So this is the frustrating part because sometimes you get stuck at an earlier part than when you actually... an earlier part than you've gotten stuck before. Now, normally the way that I get past that part is that I just keep going. I don't actually end up stopping at that part. I just keep swinging and I end up getting a good grip so that I can continue to do that. But apparently that's not working right now. And yeah. But yeah, let me just talk really briefly about the things that I said in the other video so that you sort of know what... where this is going. I've watched 4 separate playthroughs of this game. One of those playthroughs was actually the creator of the game, the developer, Bennett Foddy. And I still wonder if this is actually supposed to be him or if it's supposed to be somebody else. It's so funny. Easy Street by the Pied Pipers. But yeah, it's really interesting. So I watched him play it, and of course, since he's a developer, he did much better than I did. And I think he beat the game in like 15 minutes or something, which is still longer than some speedrunners have done it. I've actually seen some speedrun videos where they've completed the game in like 4 minutes, which is insane. But I guess it's possible to do if you have played this enough and you've sort of gotten some techniques down, which I have not, obviously. But the idea here is that I've seen a lot of people play it. I've seen them get really frustrated, and I wanted to test it out for myself. And I really do recommend that if you think that that it won't completely give you like an aneurysm, that you should try it. I mean, it really, to me, is very therapeutic. It's very fun. Whoopsie. There's actually a song. If you fail at one point, he plays that song. and it's called Whoopsie. But yeah, before I had said I'm gonna stop because my fingers were hurting. Not hurting so much as like sort of asleep, falling asleep kind of thing, because I'm using my iPhone. And the way that you play this game, that I did also mention in the part that didn't get recorded, is that there's no buttons. You can't use a controller. It's literally just, if you're playing on a PC, like on a computer, it's a mouse, and you're just moving the mouse around. And if you're playing on an iPhone, like I am, you're just using the touchscreen to make circles, and eventually you realize and discover that the circles actually do something for you. So yeah, I'm sort of just gonna keep going until I try to get back to where I was before. So you can actually see that I really have gotten pretty much further, not much further, but I've gotten further than this. And I've also fallen a lot more times, fallen many times, but I haven't given up because it's a nice challenge, and I wanna get it done. I really wanna finish it because I've seen the end, and it's pretty cool. You know, and if you want to spoil it for yourself, that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying that as a judgmental thing. I'm really saying it doesn't really matter, because no matter how many times you've seen someone play it, it doesn't make it any easier. And I've seen quite a few people play it quite a few times. One of the YouTubers I watched playing it, he had about 6 videos of him playing it, and one of the videos was over an hour, because he did like a live stream. And so I've watched people play this game a lot, and I'm still not great at it. So that just goes to show you that it really isn't that much a game of skill. It's just not that kind of game. It's more of a game of perseverance, which I really like, you know. It really is kind of like a metaphor for life, you know. It's like, when things get tough, do you give up, or do you just keep going and keep trying? Now, one thing I did mention also in the other video that I do want to make sure that I mention in this video is that I noticed an interesting dynamic, that whenever I
Our
have...
doubts are traitors, and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. William Shakespeare,
Yeah.
Measure for Measure.
It's so interesting that he said that quote right then, because that's exactly what it's very close to what I was going to say, which is that I've noticed that when I've fallen really far down, like for example, one time I got up to the highest point that I've gotten so far, and I fell all the way back down here, and
There are no regrets in
it
life.
takes me
Just
longer.
lessons. Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston. That's so cool. It's taken me longer. It's taken me a long time to get back. Oh, there was the coffee cup. That's so cool. You didn't get to see it before because that part didn't record. But there's the coffee cup up higher, a red and white Starbucks cup that I knocked down by accident in one of my falls, and it ended up on that other rock over there, which is kind of cool. But anyway, what I was saying is that I noticed that whenever I fall, it seems to take me a really long time to get back up to where I just was. And I think in normal games, that wouldn't necessarily happen. I think that's just sort of the nature of this kind of game. And I wonder if it's psychological. Like, I wonder if it's that you psych yourself out because you failed. And you're like, oh man, I failed. So I really have to like try to work hard to get back to where I was. Or is it just that's the mechanics of the game? Because again, I think I've said this before. I don't know if I said it in the other video because I can't remember what part recorded in the video and what part didn't. But but this game it really, the mechanics of it are so interesting because they're really, in most games, you can, and he actually says this in the game once you get to a certain point, which I haven't gotten to yet. But he says this, and I really do think it's true. There are some video games, if you're a gamer, you know this, and even if you're a casual gamer, you know this. There are a lot of games where eventually you will get it because you've learned a technique, and if you just keep going and you learn the exact right way to do it, then you can do it. The thing that's different about this game is that you can't do that because the way that you control the character is so sporadic and so random in a way. You don't really have a lot of control over how he does things. You really don't. The most control you have is where the hammer goes. That's about it. You don't have any control as to how where the hammer lands is going to affect where he goes, or how that where the hammer lands is going to affect how fast he swings or how far he swings. I mean, it's really fascinating. So, like I said, I do recommend actually playing this game because it is really fun and it's relaxing to me. Like, it's not frustrating me at all, which I think is so interesting because so many people I watch play this game, even the teens on the React channel, like, they were really getting pissed off. And I don't know if it's because I've seen so many people play it that I get the mechanics of it, and so I get that that's what the game is trying to do to you. Or if it's just my disposition, I don't know. But I find it really interesting and fun, and it's a nice challenge, and I really want to try to get past the part that I've already done. Now, I've also gotten past this part before, but I don't know how to get beyond this. I can't remember how I did it, because again, I got up there and it was almost a fluke. Like, I did something with my fingers and he did something with the hammer that actually caused me to get up to that point or get past that point. I don't know what it was I did, but I'm hoping eventually I will get back up there. Now, the other thing that I did mention in the other video that I do still want to mention in this video, even though I put in the description basically what I asked, I want you to tell me what you think about this series, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue playing this every day until I beat the game. That's basically it, and I will record it every time, because I sort of want to see, I want to be able to watch back and see, like, what I did and be able to see my actual accomplishment once I get to a certain point in the game. And if you find this at all entertaining, then you'll get to watch it as well. And you can laugh at my failure, and, you know, it'll be good. It'll be good times. But what I did say in the other one too, and what I'm now going to say is that I think I'm going to make these maybe 30 minutes of play, around that. And what I want to try to make sure I do is that at the end of, I don't want to stop until I get to a higher point than when I started. Because I feel like, or at least, yeah, because I feel like if I end each video right where I started, it kind of seems futile, you know, and then it becomes repetitive, and I think that that's not a way to get people to continue to watch videos. It just isn't. I also want to know how your 2017 has gone, because like I said, it is New Year's Eve, for me anyway, in China. And I want to know, like, how did you think 2017 went? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it in between? Did you have a lot of positive moments? Did you have a lot of negative moments? How did you get through those moments? Do you think it was better than 2018? Or, sorry, we haven't had 2018 yet. See, this is what happens when you live in the future. You get confused about time. But, like, do you think it's better than 2016? You know? Like, because everybody kept saying that 2016 was, like, the worst year ever. And I do agree that that year was really shitty. But, you know, I definitely will say that I think that 2017, at least for me, has actually been pretty good. You know, I got to see a lot more wonderful places. I got to spend time with wonderful people that I love. I got to meet new people, lots of new people this year. I had a challenge at work where I, started teaching a new grade, and it's been really challenging, but I'm making it through. I made it through the first half of the year, which is great. So yeah, just give me, if you want to, you don't have to, tell me some, some reflections on your 2017, and then also just tell me what are some of your expectations, aspirations, hopes for 2018. I'm not going to do resolutions, because I think if you know me well enough, you kind of know that I'm not like a resolution type of person. I'm more about, what are your hopes? What do you hope will happen? How do you see your year going? Because I'm always been about positive thinking and the power of that. See how he sort of hung on there like that? It's so cool. Like, this game is super awesome. Whoopsie. So that's where I started this episode, or this video. I started right up there in that little place. And I want to get there because I've been further than that before. And I know I can do it. I just have to get there. Yeah, come on, Benny. I've been calling him Benny because I'm pretty sure that this is the creator of the game is Bennett Foddy. And I think that, I really think this is supposed to be him, because I've seen pictures of him, except without the glasses, because he does, or I've seen video of him actually playing this game. And he has glasses. Yes. Ha, yes, okay. So, I've been here before as well. And I'm gonna try to show you in a minute exactly how far I've gotten. And that was about as far as I've gotten. It's not here. I've been a little bit further than this too. Yes. Okay, so this is how far I've been. And I really don't know how to get up there. And I'm afraid, because I've actually seen people play this game before, and I've seen them fly over to that side of that rock, all the way to the other side, and fall all the way back down. And I don't want to do that. So, I'm trying to see what I can do to get myself over here. Oh no. Okay. His little noises are so cute. He goes whoop. Okay, here we go. Hook yourself up there, buddy. I swear, I said this, I think, in the other video that I probably didn't record. But I think he sounds like Psy, like Gangnam Style version. Come on, don't fall back down there, buddy. You can do it. Yes. Okay, here we go. So again, the more I play this game, the more technique I gather. Because before, in the beginning of this, when I first started playing this, I was never able to do that maneuver. I'd seen people do it, but I myself was never able to do it. So, that is the testament to how much this game is about perseverance and learning from your mistakes. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Come on, Bennett. Come on, Benny. You got this, buddy. Oh, no. Okay, it's okay. I didn't fall that far down. Come on. And see, this is the part that I don't remember how I really don't remember how I got up there. I really don't. Oh, no.
Pain is an element of blank. It cannot recollect when it began, or if there were a day when it was not. It has no future but itself. Its infinite realms contain its past, enlightened to perceive new periods of pain. Emily Dickinson.
That's good. It's so true. All right, so now as you can see, I've fallen all the way back down here. So I think what I'm gonna do, so that this does not become boring for you, and also because I've already been playing this game for like 2 hours, is my fingers are still starting to like cramp up and stuff. I think I'm going to get back to the point where I was, where it was like the highest point.
And most oft, where most
and I'm going to stop the video. And then the next time when I play tomorrow, I'm not going to play anymore today. I need to give my fingers a break. I think the next time I will make the video probably like 20 to 30 minutes long. Although at this point I feel like the video probably already is 20 or 30 minutes long. I really have no idea of knowing how long it is until I actually I have no idea of knowing how long it will be until I finish recording. So because there's no timer or anything on the screen. So but yeah, this is a really interesting game. And I think another reason I decided to do this is because it reminded me of it. You know, New Year's Eve always makes me think of nostalgia because, you know, you're thinking back on the good times and thinking back on the good old days. You know, another year has gone by and you think about, like, you know, when, you know, think about good times, things that have happened before that you miss. So, and this reminds me of, if you're not a YouTuber, it's okay, but or if you're not a YouTuber, you probably won't understand this or get it, but there's a time when I used to go on Blog TV and I would broadcast and I would just hang out and shoot the shit with my friends, and it was wonderful. And I miss that. And I've thought that this might be pretty close to that, even though there is no there's no way that I can actually like interact with you, because there's no chat. There's no way that I can like see a chat or anything right now. But yes, okay. So I'm gonna try to. Ooh.
Even as the stone of the
it's okay.
must break, that its heart may stand in the sun, so must you know pain. And could you keep your heart in wonder at the daily miracles of your life, your pain would not seem less wondrous than your joy.
Yeah, so I think I'm not going to stop there because I think that that's not far enough. I'm going to really try to get up to that cliff with the red beam, because I think that that's a good place to stop, especially since I don't know how to get over to that next part. Come on, come on. It's okay. Poor boy a long ways from home. That's hilarious. Who the hell is Barbecue Bob? Oh my god. See, this is what I'm saying. It's hilarious. I mean, I know that it can be frustrating for some people. And look, you know yourself. If you think that this is gonna like give you an aneurysm, then by all means do not play this game and find something else to do or play. But if you are like me and are able to just sort of play it without any expectations, I think that's probably the key to this game, to not getting frustrated with this game, is knowing enough about it before you start so that you sort of know that there's a very high chance that you're going to fail constantly. And being okay with that, you know? And again, I feel like that's such an interesting metaphor for life, because it's like sometimes people take life too seriously and they think that things have to be perfect. And I think that you stop being stressed out about life. And, you know, I'm preaching to the choir because I'm not going to say that I don't ever get stressed out about life. I totally do. But I think that probably the key to not getting stressed out about life and to sort of being a bit happier is realizing that there's going to be ups and downs. You're going to fall. You're going to fall at some point. There's no way that you're going to get through this game, i.e. life, and not have some falls. Like, that's just part of it. And I think the key is to remember that and have that expectation so that when it does happen, because it's going to happen, and when it inevitably happens, you're not surprised by it, you know? And you sort of have some insight. So you're like, look, I already know that there's a chance that I'm gonna fail at this, and that's okay, because if I fail, I can always get back up and keep trying again. Bennett Foddy said this when he was, I know I'm sort of like spoiling things. I might actually link the video to him playing the game, just so you can see it, if you would like to see like the ending of the game, or if you don't want it to be spoiled for you, then I won't. I'll post it and you click the link if you want to. But he said basically like that, like that's the reason why, like, there's no way for you to die in this game. You can't die, because he said he didn't want it to be a super metaphor of life where like, okay, you can die, but he wanted it to be a representation of that idea of, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? And he thought that putting a death in there would sort of discourage people from actually wanting to keep trying, which makes a lot of sense if you think about it psychologically. If you think about the human spirit and human nature, like, who's gonna play something where they know there's no chance of winning, right? Like, there has to be some kind of hope that there has to be some kind of hope that it gets better, otherwise, who's gonna want to continue? And again, so many life metaphors, man, like metaphor about how, life, you sort of have to have that hope in life that things can get better, otherwise you're not gonna want to move on. You're just gonna want to give up. And unfortunately, not to make it too dark, some people do give up, and that's really sad when that happens. So I guess my point is that this is a kind of game that takes a certain kind of person to be able to play it without going crazy, essentially. And like I said, I've seen people play this game where they like get super ragey. I've seen someone play this game and throw a chair. I've seen someone play this game and walk away, like in anger. And I've seen people rage quit where they just, threw the mouse and was like, I'm done. I'm not gonna play this anymore. And like, that is a totally valid emotion. That's a totally valid reaction. It's just definitely not the reaction that I have to this game. And I don't know if it's, again, because I've watched people play it already, so I sort of know, or if it's just because that's part of my personality to not let things like that get to me. I mean, it's a game after all, right? It's not real life. It's a game. And I know that whenever I feel like it, I can quit and that'll be the end of it, and I don't ever have to play the game again. So I don't let myself get angry at games, I guess. Now, I get frustrated, obviously, because anytime that you set out on a task and you don't complete it, or you're having a hard time completing it, it's frustrating. And that's anybody who ever does anything. Some of the greatest minds in the world that ever existed, some of the greatest inventors in the world, they had moments where they were frustrated and they wanted to give up, but they didn't. And because they didn't, we have the light bulb and we have the television and we have the internet, So I think
this is the hour of lead, remembered if outlived, as freezing persons recollect the snow. First chill, then stupor, then the letting go. Emily Dickinson.
Yeah, and so again, I've seen people play this and they get really angry at his quotes, like, shut up, I don't care. And I'm like, really? Like, it's not his fault that you're, that you messed up. That's just part of the game. And I think that those quotes and the music are twofold. I think, one, it is supposed to make a certain kind of person be really frustrated. And sort of teach them a lesson about not being so frustrated all the time over trivial things. But also, I think he does it as also to sort of motivate you and to let you, and to remind you that, like, you know, that sometimes tasks are really difficult, and the only thing you can do, the only thing worthwhile to do, is to keep trying. You know, don't give up. And I think it's a good lesson for everybody, you know, adults, children, gamers, YouTubers, whoever. And might I say that I'm super impressed with how buff he is, because, you know, it takes a lot of strength to be able to do this. He has a lot of upper body strength, man. And I really would love to see if he even has legs. Like, maybe he doesn't even have legs. Maybe somebody put a spell on him and made him have to live the rest of his life in this pot. I don't know. That would suck if that was the case. I feel bad for him. Dang it. Well, there's the little coffee cup. Did you see that? But see, every time I fall down, I don't know. I mean, because now I think it's definitely been 30 minutes now. But if you notice, what I've said before is true. Like, every time I fall down, even though I've already been up there multiple times, it still takes me longer to get back to where I was. And I don't understand why that happens. Come on. Okay. Come on, come on. Come on. You got this. Come on, Benny. Get your little booty up there. No! Come on, Benny. Ooh. Come on, Benny. Come on. Come on, Benny. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, anyway, I'm sure this is really boring for you. I think what I'm going to do, because technically this video did not start in the same place as I'm thinking about ending it right now. Only because my fingers are really cramping and I don't want to give myself like carpal tunnel or anything. So I think once I get past this house, I'm gonna stop. And now that I've said that, I probably won't get past the house for a while, because that's sort of just how this game seems to work. It's like it can hear me. Yeah, but I think I'm going to end it right past this house so that I can rest my fingers and I can go ahead and just get this video uploaded. Because it's going to be the new year in like an hour and a half, and I would like to have this done before the new year, so that people can comment and stuff. So, okay, so this is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to get a good swing. Nope, that's not what I want to do. What I want to try to do is swing, because I think the way that I get past the house every time is by doing a forward momentum swing like that, but bigger than that and not so far away. So I think I'm going to try to do that again. With my little techniques, which, like I said, doesn't always work, because you can never get the thing to do exactly what you want it to do. That's sort of the point of the way that the controls are set up, I think. And it's meant to be difficult, extremely difficult, but not impossible. if you don't, if you just don't give up and don't allow yourself to get too angry. Come on. Come on, Benny. You got this, buddy. Okay, here we go. Okay. So. Okay. See, this is the slow way that I used to get up there, because I thought that I had to take it really slow. But now I realize that not necessarily about the speed, it's about the deference at which you do it, right? So you can still do it quickly, but also do it accurately. Dang it. Now it just looks like I'm playing croquet without a croquet ball. That's hilarious. All right. Let's do this. I can do this. Yes, that's what I was trying to do. Okay. Come on. No. And see, sometimes he does it too fast, so then it messes up what you're trying to do. And it's not me doing it. That's the other part. All right, you know what? I'm going to end it at the house, because I think that'll be a good challenge, a good starting off point to try to get over this house without falling back down. So thank you for watching this. Like I said, if you liked it, you can give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below telling me if you're going to try the game. Are you going to try it? You should try it. Or if you have played the game, and what did you think about it? And I will leave the link in the description of the creator of the game playing this game if you want to see it. And you don't care about spoilers. Like I said, I've seen this game played many times and completed many times, and I still like to play it. So I don't think that's going to really affect your enjoyment, but I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, let me know. Thank you for watching this if you do watch it, and I will talk to you soon. I'm going to post another one tomorrow. Okay? Bye. Okay, I'm really leaving now. Bye.